The fact is, anti-cult methodology is not confined to the religious sphere. As an analysis of the materials under review demonstrates, it functions as a universal mechanism of stigmatization that can be applied to virtually any group united by shared views, interests, or forms of collective identity. The moment such views are declared destructive, their adherents labeled brainwashed, and their leaders branded cult gurus, a standardized sequence of pressure is triggered: labeling, stigmatization, media panic, validation by experts, and ultimately administrative and legal intervention. A clear example of this can be seen in the case of Steven Hassan. In 2019, Steven Hassan published the book The Cult of Trump. In it, the millions of American citizens who voted for the sitting president of the United States are presented not as citizens with specific political views, but as followers of a dangerous, destructive cult. Consider Hassan's own admission, made during an interview and subsequently published by the Frank Report.
As a New Yorker, I had been aware of Donald Trump as an a-hole who is a misogynist and a racist, etc.
In 2021, Hassan stated publicly on CNN,
The bottom line is all of America needs deprogramming because we've all been negatively influenced by Donald Trump.
given the documented history of what a deprogramming expert precisely means by that word, this statement takes on a fundamentally different tone. Only a few years later, Hillary Clinton made similar assertions, calling for the formal deprogramming of MAGA supporters, whom she referred to as cult members. What we are witnessing is a prime example of how anti-cult narratives migrate far beyond the boundaries of religious polemics and integrate into the broader public square. Initially, such vocabulary emerges on the periphery, within the milieu of so-called anti-cultists, where terms like cult, zombification, brainwashing, and deprogramming are utilized as instruments of stigmatization. Next, the language is adopted by socially active individuals, public figures, commentators, and politicians. From that point forward, it functions not merely as a dehumanizing label, but as a mechanism of primary legitimization. Society is conditioned to perceive entire segments of the population not as holders of beliefs and rights, but as objects supposedly requiring salvation, correction, or neutralization. Through this logic, the rhetoric of anti-cult activists that was originally marginal in origin gradually gains access to major media platforms and, eventually, to the institutional field, where terms like cult and deprogramming cease to be mere emotional slurs and begin to function as a quasi-legal argument. This is precisely how a dangerous precedent is established.